I would like to welcome the Director of the North Dakota DOT, Bill Panos. Bill has been with us only for about 3.5 weeks? 5 weeks. Okay, 5 weeks. And he comes to us from the Wyoming DOT, where he spent the last about 4 years there.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to North Dakota. This is probably the third talk I've given since I've been here. I think 2 in this facility. How many of you have never been to North Dakota or Bismarck before? Wow, welcome. Bismarck's great. If you have time to get out, get out. It's an amazing state, a great mix of sort of agriculture and Midwest agriculture and sort of Western cattle raising on the western side of the state. It's just a really interesting mix. And I was just in Dickinson this morning, which is sort of in this western part of the state. We just drove back visiting with our district offices, and what an amazing group of people we have. Now, how many folks are here from NDDOT? Thank you, you guys. A lot of you I have not met. I haven't gotten around to all of our employees, and thank you for being here. And we have a great, of all the folks that I have been traveling around and meeting, we just have a great team, and they've been very busy lately. We just finished our first storm of the year, and for all of you that work in DOTs or that kind of work in your own states, that first storm's always a little, I don't know, you kind of get the kinks out, right? It's always a little sloppy, that first storm, and then you get practice, especially the new people. They're able to actually drive the plows and kind of work in the storm, and for the people that have been here a while, they get to kind of get warmed up to what's about to come. And here in North Dakota, similar to Wyoming, it's quite a winter. And these northern plain states, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, it's a pretty remarkable thing that happens in the winter. Is there anybody from Wyoming here? I don't think so. Oh, good. Welcome. It's pretty remarkable, and so we're getting ready for winter. It's something that I think that we all look forward to, and it's going to be very, very busy for us. So I wanted to welcome you to North Dakota on behalf of Governor Doug Burgum. The governor is I think he's the first term, and he's doing a great job and has a lot of innovative ideas, not just about technology and the sort of the area where he comes from, but really about transportation and smart infrastructure and government. Reinventing government. We're doing all of that here in North Dakota. It's one of the reasons why I'm here. The idea of reinventing the way that we go about understanding, making decisions, financing, and then delivering services to our citizens around the state. And so I'm really excited to be part of his team and part of our our NDDOT team, our North Dakota DOT team. Like I said, it's a remarkable group of people. We have another remarkable group of people that are here helping us, which is our federal partners. And you're going to hear from Lee in a second. What's funny is I had not realized that Lee had moved up from Wyoming, and then we met. I think my first day or something like that, and it was great to see him. And he's going to be a great FHWA across the country has been a great partner to DOTs and to all of our work, and an exceptional partner actually. And we've worked really closely with them, not just on FAST Act reauthorization in the last reauthorization, but the current reauthorization, the proposals that are being developed by the U.S. Senate, actually moved out of the Senate and now getting ready to move over to the House. If you, from a rural state perspective, whether we're in Wyoming or here, from a rural state perspective, we have focused, and we have, I think, with our partners in the U.S. DOT and with the U.S. Senate and the House, we focused on rural states, and we focused on investing in smart infrastructure and that kind of thing. And it's been really remarkable. I mean, for the first time in the last FAST Act reauthorization, they were able to pull in the discretionary side of the funding column, pull money out for rural states. So we call it a rural state set-aside. It's the first time that's happened in a long time, which means that more money is available to these smaller states, which would otherwise not be available or we couldn't compete with because we didn't have the cost share or something like that on our work. So it's been a great partnership with US DOT, not just on financing, but on programs and discretionary programs, bridge programs like this. They've been great not only with state DOTs, but with local government, and then regional partnerships like this, helping us and working in regional partners, not just in bridge, but in a variety of different areas across the country and across this discipline. So I want to thank our federal partners, thank Lee, and he'll talk a little bit more about the programs here, I think, in a bit. I want to talk a little bit about North Dakota. I I don't know, for those of you that are from North Dakota, I apologize, so you already know all this stuff, but I did want to share a little bit about our program here. So approximately, a little less than this, but approximately 5,000 bridges, 2,000 of them sitting in the state system, about 3,000 sitting in the local government system. The state still has responsibility for inspections and other things in the local system, but it's really a challenge for us. In rural states in general, it's a challenge for us. It doesn't really, again, it doesn't really matter if you're here or you're in rural Oklahoma. I think some people are, who's from Oklahoma here? I saw it on the map. Fantastic. And so as far south, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're in Oklahoma or it doesn't matter what state you're from. There's always rural parts of it, so there's challenges in every state in the United States, even some of the more populated states. But so it's not unique, but we do have challenges, and a lot of it has to do with the resources that are available, not just at the state level, but at the local level, and then the attention. I mean, there are so many things that local government has to do with no money, and sometimes bridges fall to the side, or sometimes roadways or transportation systems in general fall to the side, and so we were just talking about some of our partners here at North Dakota State University and the Upper Great Plains Institute, Transportation Institute, about partnerships about how to educate our local government and how to maintain those 3,000 bridges that they have responsibility for. We're fortunate that we have a very supportive legislature here in North Dakota, legislature that actually is moving a little bit of dollars towards transportation. We're going to be doing that over the next few years, and we're going to be directing a lot of that towards our bridge system. Our bridge system is not where we want it to be. We'd like it to be in better condition than it is across the system, not just the state, but the local system. And so conferences like this help our staff and help our state with understanding what's needed and some of the most innovative things that people are doing in the United States today about how to maintain and preserve bridge systems that are out there. Because if any place needs it, it's these rural states, especially these local bridges, where it's so hard to maintain. And the last thing I would say is about sort of bridges in general in North Dakota is it isn't just about the engineering or the technology. It isn't just about the resources that are out there. It's about its impact to the economy. So in a place like North Dakota, we give out an inordinate number of oversized, overweight permits. We're moving a lot of energy trucks around this state, especially in the Northwest. And because we have such a high number of oversized, overweight permits, a lot of that is reflective of the conditions of our bridges. And if we were able to maintain our bridges, that goes down, commerce improves, the speed at which we can get energy to the market improves. The governor and the legislature all understand that here. And so they're able and willing to invest in bridge infrastructure to be able to improve our economy, to be able to lower the number of oversized, overweight permits that we issue because we're investing in the infrastructure. So it isn't just about the science. It isn't just about preservation of the asset. It's about managing the economy in whatever state that you're in, and improving your bridges will help your economy move forward. What's great about this state is that there's a complete understanding of our legislature and governor about that. And so I am so happy to be part of this exceptional team here. That's really all I had. I just wanted to welcome you again to North Dakota. I wanted to talk a little bit about our strong federal partnership. I wanted to encourage you to get out. Oh, by the way, spend money in Bismarck. It's always good for our commerce, so spend money here. And get out and see the state. It's a remarkable place, east and west. And then I wanted to share a little bit about North Dakota, and again, welcome you to Bismarck and to our great state. So I hope you have a great meeting. I've looked through the agenda, looked through some of the folks that are here. What a remarkable conference to talk about innovation on these remarkable structures. But I want to say one more thing. I'm not a 30-year transportation person. I am about government and government reinvention. And I've just been fortunate to enter into the world of transportation over the last few years in 2 different states. It has been, for me, a revelation because transportation is so connected to our economies. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It's connected to all of our economies and our way of life. And it doesn't matter if it's surface infrastructure, transit, airports. This transportation system is at the foundation of our way of life, our ability to have an economy, our ability to have a normal life, our ability to have a safe life, an ability to get around, raise families, do the things we do in cities, do the things we do in the country and in these rural areas. It's been complete for me, a complete sort of opening of my mind about how important transportation systems are and are to the country. And I would say that some of the most beautiful things that we build and design are our bridges around the country, around the world. If all of those all of you that have participated in that, thank you, because roads are great, and I travel a lot with our engineers around the roads, and we talk about our surface, our highways and things like that, and they're great, and the systems we put on them, and especially a smart infrastructure is remarkable, especially as we're transforming this infrastructure. But our bridges are beautiful, and they take a lot of work and a lot of time. And they're an exceptional example of our engineering here in the United States and around the world. And you're all part of that. And so I want to thank you for the work that you do. That's all I had to say. Thank you very much.
The preceding was produced by the National Center for Pavement Preservation. More information can be found on the web at pavementpreservation.org. Additional support provided by Michigan State University.